A Petrol consultancy group says Darwin residents are being unfairly gouged at the Bowser. Fueltrack says major retailers are significantly jacking up prices more than anywhere else in the country.
This petrol station south of Darwin is selling fuel cheaper than in the city. The fuel comes from Darwin wholesaler Vopak at the same price as the major petrol retailers, but sells around 10 cents a litre cheaper.
I only found out yesterday what the markup is for average in Darwin, and I think a lot of people could probably have a little bit of a look back on what they're doing and say, well, is this really helping everybody?
One analyst says motorists in the Northern Territory are paying more for their fuel than anywhere in the country.
It is the closest location to the major source of fuel into Australia, which is Singapore. So there's no cost basis, no cost reason why it shouldn't be the cheapest terminal in Australia.
Fueltrack says Darwin petrol stations are marking up their retail prices more than triple the markup of servos in Adelaide, Sydney and Melbourne. In cities like Darwin, there's just not enough independent petrol stations, so the giants are able to set the prices as high as they like. But in other cities like Adelaide, there are plenty of independent petrol stations. That means when they set the prices low, it's the giants that are forced to follow. Fuel prices have increased of late due to rising gasoline prices in Singapore and a falling Aussie dollar. But Fueltrack blames former Labor Chief Minister Claire Martin for failing to secure a long-term price deal when Vopak opened its East Arm terminal in 2005.
Quite clearly, promises, representations were made that these efficiencies and cost savings from having 4 separate terminals into one would deliver cheaper petrol prices for the motorists of the Northern Territory. As I understand it, those were her words. That hasn't been the case.
Previous fuel inquiries have shown there are a range of different factors as to the price, from a lack of competition, the price in Singapore and the like.
The Territory Government says it's asked the ACCC to investigate the high fuel prices. Marty McCarthy, ABC News, Darwin.